Tragedy in Sunlight, Part 1. It was the 17th of October 1940 when the brutality of World War II scarred Port Sunlight Village and its residents. On this tragic night, members from 3 families were killed during an air raid when bombs hit their houses in Poolbank, Port Sunlight, Wirral, UK. Port Sunlight was built in 1888 to house workers at the Lever Brothers soap factory in Wirral, and only those that worked at the factory at the time lived there. Mrs. Eva Jelf was killed and her husband Walter Jelf was badly injured. They lived at 35 Poolbank, Port Sunlight. The 1921 census reveals that Walter Jelf worked for Lever Brothers in Port Sunlight and Eva's occupation was down as home duties. The same census shows they had 5 children, 3 girls and 2 boys, one of whom was their son Walter Jr., who had sadly died the year before in May 1939. Even though she lived and died in Port Sunlight, the name of Mrs. Eva Jelf is not recorded on the village war memorial because she was not an employee of Lever Brothers. Mr. Walter Jelf is also not recorded because he survived. We notice Mrs. Eva Jelf was only mentioned in passing in records about the Poolbank bombings. We also could not find where she is buried. She was a wife and a mother and her name deserves to be remembered as much as those on the war memorial. Like and follow at Lost Past Stories for Part 2.